Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Nilakantha, a devotee, Sri Ramakrishna is speaking to him. I love that song of yours about aspiring to reach the lotus feet of the Divine Mother. It is enough to know that everything depends on the grace of God. But one must pray to God. It will not do to remain inactive. The lawyer gives all the arguments and finishes his pleading by saying to the judge, I have said all that I have to say. Now the decision rests in your honor. Even Sri Krishna, after telling whole of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, he tells Arjuna, last, yathechasi tatha kuru. What I have to tell, I have told everything. Vimarsha, contemplating on it, discussing, analyzing what all I have told you, the decision you have to take. Because the right of action rests in the individual's heart. How many scriptures, how many saints, even Guru, how many times he tells his disciples what they have to do. But the decision, the step has to be taken by the disciple. Krishna, after telling whole Bhagavad Gita, explaining every bit of the three entities, what is Jiva, what is Jagat, what is Ishvara, what is the beyond, telling the whole thing. There is nothing more to know. Bhagavad Gita is compact of all the knowledge that can be given regarding the spiritual world. After giving all that, he says, what you think over, and you have to take the decision, you have to take the step. Because karma adhikara rests in the jiva. It is he, the jiva, who is going to experience the consequences of action. Others may instigate, but action is done by an individual whose responsibility it is. So, after telling whole thing, it rests in. After a few minutes, Sri Ramakrishna said to Nilakantha, you sang so much in the morning, and now you have taken the trouble to come here. But here, everything is honorary. Nilakantha, why so? Master smiling, I know what you will say. Nilakantha, I shall get the precious gem from here. But everything, Sri Ramakrishna says, you have taken the trouble to come here, but everything here, everything is honorary. Honorary means you need not do any payment. Honorary. A person comes and wants to serve. He doesn't want any remuneration in return. Is called honorary services. He doesn't expect here or hereafter, not even a word of thanksgiving, doesn't want. He wants to offer his services and go. So, like that, Sri Ramakrishna is sitting to give without expecting anything in return. So he is telling, here services are honorary. Everything is honorary. Nilakanta, why so? Master smiling, I know what you will say. Nilakanta, I shall get precious gems from here. The Master is sitting to give that knowledge and devotion to people, which makes their life sanctified and the goal reached. So, in expectation of that, they are all waiting. Master, you already have that precious gem. What Sri Ramakrishna can give, that gem, or we can see, they say at least a seed is within him, within his palms. It might not have germinated, it might not be giving fruit, but a small seed in the hand, which when it falls on this ground, enters the soil and gets the water, germinates. It is already with you. Master, it's already, you already have that precious gem. What will you gain by adding again a letter A to Ka? Ka, if you add a letter, it becomes Ka. Ka, if you add another A, it remains Ka only. If you did not have the gem, should I like your song so much? Gem means the devotion which gets turned into practicality to express as bhava. Bhava is intense feeling in such a way that he slowly becomes unaware of where is he, who are hearing, what will they think. We are extremely conscious of the people around, what they will say. This is in depths there will be 3 desires: putraishana, vittaishana, lokaishana. People should not laugh at me, people should not point their finger at me, they should not misunderstand me. All these, lot of hesitations, all these are lokaishanas. If you tell a person to sing a song or thing, how much he hesitates because he wants to protect his lokaishana, that people are not laughing at me, people are not teasing me. He wants to avoid all this, so he doesn't want to sing. Some people may like it, some people doesn't like it, and he is not confident that he will be able to convince others in singing. I do a lot of mistakes. All this, I do a lot of mistakes itself is I don't want to sing because I don't know, or I am not capable of doing. So that understanding itself, just an understanding, it is a product of lokaishana, desire for name and fame. It is so, you will not understand it is desire. I don't want to sing, I don't want to give lecture, I don't want to take a class, not because he doesn't know. He can take anything. Now whatever he knows, whatever incident he can tell, what he has read, an experience, or when he was in college days, how it was, something or that every person, how much they talk to each other, whole day they will be able to talk. So that small, just to talk to a few people, if you are asked, or to 10 minutes you talk to children, they don't want, because that lokaishana, desire for name and fame, it is in negativity. There are 2 aspects of desires. One is negative aspect, or the positive aspect. I want people to clap, I want people to appreciate. is one positive. I don't want to depreciate me. If appreciation is possible, let there be no depreciation. I don't want people to laugh at me. These are negative aspects of the Lokeshana, desire for name and fame. So that to free it from Putreshana, somehow they can avoid. Vitteshana also, seeking wealth and all that, the family life and wealth they can give up somehow. But Lokeshana remains to the last. When after touching the feet of God directly, all this with ego dissolves. And if by grace of God, a person is able to cultivate dispassion is detachment from active aspect of desires. Desires are possessing. From that time, we have to detach from the desires, not from people. That's why the term used is dispassion. Viraga. If vairagya enters inside, then alone that anybody asking him, immediately. I saw one child, no hesitation for anything. An unknown person. That child is going to smile and move and become one with them. And so easily ask anything, any question. It has an answer. At their standard. And then just studying in first standard, second standard. And then you can see, talk to these people about this matter. A moment's thinking, what shall I tell? In the mind. And immediately begins to talk. Without any hesitation. That nature, how many lives that desire for name and fame she must have erased. I saw another girl. She started all the programs in the school, all competitions she would participate, sincerely. Giving lectures, this, that, sports, every whatever the competition is there, essay writing, eloquency, all this, all she'll participate, never wait for the result. And full justice she will do. Whether she gets first prize or doesn't get prize or get a consolation prize, all are equal to her. She's not curious about the result. She wants to present what she has, she wants to give away. I used to wonder. First prize is also same thing to her. She doesn't get also, I have done my full, I have done my justice. I have participated. That, and because I don't want result, she is not careless about what she is going to put all the efforts to present whatever she has to present. In spite of that, this kind of, it needs lot of tapasya, of self-controls, of all this dirt, seeking something from a few days after we won't be here in this world. All those who are there witnessing, they also won't be there. When we see the life of our grandfather or great-grandfather, how he lived, what happened, nobody knows. How many people laughed at him, how many praised, nothing remains, it gets erased. So, our also, what are we striving for? A little name and fame, and forgetting our duties of life, our responsibilities as human, our identity as human being, our higher identity as spiritual being, all that goes away in small seeking of name and fame. So that has to be, when Viveka enters, power of discrimination enters, it will become simplified. All complexities will dissolve and man becomes simple. It is enough to know that everything depends upon grace of God. But one must pray to God. It will not do to remain inactive. The lawyer gives all the arguments and finally it says, decision is yours. After a few minutes, Sri Ramakrishna said to Nilakanta, you sang so much in the morning and took the trouble of coming here. Then he says, here everything is honorary. Why so? Nilakanta is asking, Master, I know that you will say, what you will say, Nilakanta. I get precious gems here. For that Sri Ramakrishna, the gem is already with you. There is nothing to collect. How he sang, how that slowly that singing made him to forget everything, and bhava awakened him. This bhava is the gem. Bhakti. Bhava bhakti. Bhakti bhava. Master, you already have that precious gem. What will you gain by adding a to ka? If you don't have that gem, should I like your song so much? Ram Prasad had attained divine realization. Ram Prasad had divine realization. That's why his songs appeal so much. With realization, when the songs are written or sung, they will be carrying the divinity of peace and bliss-giving property. Because it doesn't come, the song written by saints do not come from their intellect, do not come from their mind. It comes from their soul. It is Chaitanya in the man speaking, not the mind or intellect. Most of the songs what we see now in the world, especially in the field of presentations, in the media, all these are mind's play or intellectual presentations. Beyond that is spontaneous flow from the Chaitanya deep within. So Ram Prasad had attained divine realization. That's why his songs appeal so much. In Karnataka we have Purandaradasara, one of the poet saint, who has written so many thousands of songs, and all are every song is so full of knowledge and wisdom, and the words that flow, unique words. Each word is like a scriptural presentation where every word becomes like a mantra. You can take any song of his, like Ram Prasad, Kamalakant, all these, Mirabai, Tulsi Das, they are all not sitting and calculating and writing. It flows out spontaneously. Those who observe, those who can know, will keep in their mind and keep it recorded. Otherwise it will be missing forever. A few songs of or writings of the saints will reach mankind. Thousands go away because they are all presented in the mind. It is flowing in the mind all the time. The praises and gifts to God. A few people here and around which comes out of the mouth or is going to be inked on the paper. Otherwise, So many things we miss. I had already planned to hear your music. Later on, Niyogi too come here to invite me. The master was sitting. You see, I had already planned to hear your music. This is a sankalpa. It is God's sankalpa. It has to come true. I must hear today his song. It is, I think, but I may not be able to go also, or see or hear. My sankalpa may not become true, satya. These people, enlightened souls, and God, when He incarnates, they are called satya sankalpa. The moment they do sankalpa, it becomes true. It in the mind, what is going to happen or what is decided is going to shine, or whatever they do the sankalpa will become true. Both ways. What is going to happen comes in their mind. What is truth comes in their mind. What is satya comes in mind. And whatever sankalpa they do, it becomes satya. Both are true. I had already planned to hear later on. Niyogi too came here to invite me. He also came to invite. The master was sitting on the small coach. He told Nilakanta that he would like to hear a song or two about the Divine Mother. Nilakanta sang 2 songs with his companions. When the master heard the second song, he stood up and went into samadhi. That is, oblivious of the external world and all people. He is in a different dimension of existence. And the devotees sang and danced around him. Then Nilakanta sang a song about Shiva. The master danced with the devotees. These are very difficult to understand for us who have not seen. I don't think we'll be able to see throughout our lives. A person who is entering into samadhi, or now and then entering into samadhi is impossible. At least in being in samadhi, we may not be able to see. Because it is a rare opportunity given to a man to enter into the transcendental realm, oblivious of the relative existence, the whole universe and all beings, to forget and go beyond. And people dancing around, he himself dancing, a little coming down, he is able to dance. But he is not, the whole world looks like a simply existing without any movements, like a screen painted. And he is alone moving about in front of the screen, painted screen. Everything has become still. He alone is there. Then Nilakanta sang a song about Shiva. The master danced with the devotees. When the singing was over, Sri Ramakrishna said to Nilakanta, I should like to hear that song of yours I heard in Calcutta. About Sri Gauranga, master. Yes. Nilakanta sang the song. The beautiful Gauranga, the youthful dancer, fair as molten gold. Sri Ramakrishna sang again and again the line. How they remember, you see, how how clarity, how it catches the soul. Everything is swept away by the onrush of love and danced with Nilakantha and other devotees. Those who saw that indescribable dancing were never to forget it. The room was filled with people, all intoxicated with divine joy. It seemed as if Chaitanya himself were dancing with his companions. This is a often given simile, an incident. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tallying Sri Ramakrishna with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of the latest saints and enlightened souls, Chaitanya is considered as one of the incarnations of God, Avatara. We in the South India, we were not aware of it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But after coming to Sri Ramakrishna, we were thinking him to be an ordinary saint like all others, Mirabai, Tulsidas and all. But in concept of Avatara, God has come in that form, was not there in our awareness, or we are not exposed to that understanding. After coming to Sri Ramakrishna, people praising him, and this whole presentation of his life, and entirely it is not human. Everything is divine, and so divine that we cannot see any human or animalhood in that by any means. Perfect in every aspect, perfect in every respect. The absolute perfection demonstrated at human level, which people have to accept. It is incarnation of God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.